closer to actually playing Florida State. What's it like right now for you guys, kind of coming out of camp and now with that game on the horizon?
It's exciting. I mean, when we started fall camp, we were kind of just focusing on ourselves and getting better within the core. But yeah, I mean, it's almost here, and we're going to be ready, and so we're really excited right now. And, this is the first day of preparation for them, so we got a lot to improve on, but by the time 8:31 comes around, we'll be ready.
I guess, what are your general impressions of playing a team of that caliber?
It's exciting. I mean, if you can't get excited for this game, then you shouldn't be playing football. You know what I mean? But it's going to be a good one.
Has this one kind of been on your guys' calendar for a bit? I mean, I know when they announced this game, the fan base was over the moon about the possibility. It seems so far away.
Yeah.
Now it's here. I mean, is this something that you guys, players, have been looking forward to?
It got here fast. So I remember last year that they announced it, and obviously you want to focus on the task at hand in the year that's going on, but yeah, it got here, and I'm excited. We're all excited.
What are your initial thoughts, I guess, just on their offense?
They're a really good football team to start, but they're tempo, and Utah State was tempo, and we had our ways to prepare for that, but we got to be ready, and those guys are damn good football players, so we're going to go out and we got to prepare for tempo, and we got to prepare for speed, and that's what we're going to be ready for.
Another line last year struggled some, but maybe got a couple new guys. What do you see up front from them?
Yeah, I mean, this is a new year, so whatever happened last year with their team, it really doesn't matter. They're going to come out hungry. I mean, this is the first time they didn't make a bowl game in 65 years, so they're going to come out and they're going to be super hungry to come attack us, but we got to be prepared for that.
With you being settled in at DN, I know we've talked to you a little bit about that. Why do you think that position suits you? I mean, is that the one that you prefer?
I think for a 3 technique, I mean, at the end of the day, everyone wants to say size doesn't matter, but when you're inside, so last year, I was preparing for defensive end, and David went down, and so I had to fill that role, and I was playing at 248, and I'm like a linebacker basically, because I was preparing for defensive end, and then kind of had a little switch up there. But I think, I came in, I played D-end in high school, so I'm familiar with positions. So when I got here, switching around and stuff like that, being able to appreciate that space out there is really nice. And so I think just in terms of playing football and stuff like that, defensive end really fits me.
So you like having room?
Yeah, I like it a lot. I like to be able to use my feet and quickness and things like that. So
with and then I want to ask you, but Ezra was just out here a little bit ago. What stands out to you about him and having to go against him? I'm sure it's not fun, but.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say it's not. It is fun because when you go against that guy, you're getting better. You lose, you never lose actually. You're just learning. So, and that's the way I take it with him. So when you do get a chance to go against him and you beat him on a rep and stuff like that, it's like, okay, I'm getting better. You know what I mean? Because he's a phenomenal football player, and everyone knows that. So.
Do you celebrate it when you beat him on a rep?
No, I mean, I'm not gonna go out there and celebrate beating him on a rep because personally, I expect to do stuff like that, and so. But when I do that, it's a little satisfying just because you're getting better.
When you hear people talk about him too, they talk about his athleticism and he can make up for if he does make a mistake.
Yeah.
One memory that stands out in my mind is when he's playing center field in the softball game. I mean, how smooth of an athlete is he for a guy his size?
He's a phenomenal athlete. That dude can run, and he's super quick. I mean, our last scrimmage, there were some plays in there where you're like, this dude can play D-end or something like that because he's a great athlete. And he's an awesome dude too. So,
defensively, how did you evaluate the way you guys performed through camp, and do you feel like you got done what you guys needed to get done?
I think camp went pretty well. We were striving to get a little bit better every day, and I think that's what we did. But there's so much room to improve, and we got about a week and a half before that game, and so we got a lot to work on in that week and a half.
You mentioned the tempo thing. I know there have been times you guys have been running between reps or running between plays. Well, what do you do to try to prepare yourself to be ready for that speed that it comes at you?
You almost have to overexhaust yourself in terms of that because if we're being honest here, there's really you can't really prepare for that, but you can do the best that you possibly can. And I think we have a really good plan set up for that. And so, like I said, we'll be ready for that.
Playing against it, what is the biggest challenge to it? Is it just getting yourself ready between snaps, or what's the biggest challenge to it?
I think the biggest challenge is when you're tired and you're fatigued, you got to be able to line up and do your assignment and play with great technique, as if you weren't tired, as if it was the very first play out there. So that'll be the challenge for us and going forward with that.
How has your offense kind of prepared you for that? Because I know those guys, even dating back to the spring, they talked about how they wanted to play a little quicker. Has that helped you out a little bit?
Well, that's definitely a goal for them, and I think just tempo. You know, we have a pace period in the beginning of every practice, and that's like go, 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 and we're trying to implement that in a lot of team periods and just trying to get that pace going and get the heart rate going. So,
Doing something on Louis. What's Lou like?
Louis awesome. He's a great dude, and he's a guy that I think has really stepped up as a leader, you know, and you know, everyone has their ups and downs, but I think Louis does a really good job of when he is down, he can self-correct. And I think a lot of the younger guys can see that through him, and so they're learning from him.
What's he bring to the defense and the line of his spot there?
He's very, very quick for how big he is, especially inside. A lot of guards can't deal with that speed, and I think Louis is going to have a huge year this year.
Chase, I'm curious, with Florida State's new OC, he's coming over from Houston. When you guys do your film study, will you guys watch last year's Houston tape at all?
I mean, we kind of keep that to ourselves, but you know what I mean.
As Chase continues to get back, Chase Ford continues to get back and healthier, what are you kind of seeing out of him in practice? And I mean, we could see what he could do when he breaks contain in the Troy game last year. So I don't know if you've dealt with anything like that with him in practice this year, but yeah.
I really admire Chase Cord with the way he's, you know, bounced back from his injury. That is not an easy injury to come back from. You know, some people don't even come back from that, and they're not the same player. But I think he's done a phenomenal job of getting in the training room, doing everything that he can, staying extra hours, trying to get better. I think Chase Cord, he's a phenomenal football player, and so when he does get out there, he's going to shine.
And then when we just talk about Florida State, I mean, like, is their size and athleticism unique to what you guys at all?
I mean, we face teams every year with size, and so you can't really look at a team and go, oh, they're big, you know what I mean? We just got to go out and play Boise State football, and that's what it comes down to. Can't worry about stuff like that.
On your side of the ball, who's a young guy that's caught your attention?
Young guy. There's a lot of young guys who's sticking out, but he's not in my position. But Markel Reed, he's doing really well right now, and he's catching on to the defense, and he's a phenomenal athlete. I think he's doing really good right now.
I know it's probably a broad definition, but we say go out and play Boise State football. Outside of X's and O's, where do you feel like you guys can gain a competitive advantage?
I think we're a very disciplined football team. When things get tough and we face adversity, I think that we do a really good job of, you know, biting down on the mouthpiece and just saying, let's go, let's fix it. So I think that's one thing that we do a really good job of. And all the guys in there, you know, we prepare really well. We're always preparing, we're always in the film room doing extra work. So I think that's a way we can possibly get an advantage, is just preparing the right way.
What comes to mind if I bring up Curtis Weaver?
Goofball.
Okay, that
dude's
you're not alone.
But no, Curtis is one of my best friends, and man, that guy, when he comes out to practice, it's just energy, and a lot of people feed off of that. So Curtis is a guy that, you know, you look at and you're like, dang, he's goofing around and he's still a baller. But the thing that I like about that, though, is he knows when to shut it down and go, okay, let's go, it's time to focus up. But there's a time and a place for that, and I think he does a good job at balancing that. So
Another guy, Coach Harson's talked about, Scott Matlock a little bit. What have you seen from him this fall camp?
a lot of improvement. That guy's come a long way, you know, when he first got here. And he's another guy who's always wanted to come here. You know, he's from Idaho, and I've seen a lot of improvement from that kid. And he's always asking questions, and I think he's doing a great job right now. You know, obviously there's so much room to improve, and I think he's taking those steps and doing those little things to try and get to that point where he's like, okay, I'm ready to go.